Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first Dugout Podcast. I'm today joined by Liam. You can find him on TikTok, LFC Zone. You probably know him. I'm Football Always, and this is the start of potentially something special or something that will be gone in 3 weeks. Who knows? But how are you today, Liam?
I'm good, Jamie. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, my friend. We do have a third co-host, but he's not here today. He is a he, or is he a she? Find out next week. I'm going to leave you on a bit of a cliffhanger. Make sure to subscribe to the Dugouts Podcast and follow us on Spotify and TikTok. All that linked in the description. And let me know in the comments your thoughts on everything we go over in this podcast. Right, so me and Mr. Zone have put together a Premier League combined 11 using only one player from each club. How do you want to do it? Will you go through your team and I go through my team, or we go goalkeeper?
Yeah, do goalkeeper.
So me and Liam are going to be running through our teams. They are probably going to be different. They could be the exact same, and it could be a very boring podcast. But anyway, make sure to subscribe. Liam, do you want to go first?
My goalkeeper, I'm going to go Keylor Navas from Nottingham Forest. I think he's a very good experienced goalkeeper, and he's one of the best goalkeepers in the league.
He's still at Nottingham Forest.
Pretty sure he is.
Was he not on loan?
I hope not.
All right, fair enough. I'm fairly sure he was on loan because they're going to sign Dean Henderson. But I've gone with Emi Martinez at Aston Villa. He's a quality player, goalkeeper of the tournament of the World Cup, basically carried Argentina bar Messi. He was their second best player. He was absolutely brilliant. He's a bit of a shithouse. He adds that bit of excitement to our team, and I just love the guy. He's hilarious. So he's my Aston Villa pick for the team.
Navas isn't there. Fuck.
We have fact-checked. Navas is not at Nottingham Forest. Liam, already a mistake in the first 2 minutes of the podcast. Would you like to change your pick?
I will change my pick to, let me go, Jose Sa from Wolves.
Right, I have a different Wolves player in the team, so I couldn't pick him. I'd be interested to see who you have for Aston Villa. But anyway, right back. Who have you gone with right back?
I've gone with a 3-back.
Ooh, you're techie. I went with a basic 4-3-3. Right, I'll go my right back first then. Kieran Trippier, best right back in the league last season. He was absolutely brilliant, experienced. He's done it at World Cups. That free kick he scored versus Croatia is iconic at this stage. What a guy, brilliant for Newcastle. He starts right in as my Newcastle pick. Your first centre-back?
My first centre-back is Tottenham, an Argentinian man, Christian Romero, World Cup winner. He's very solid in the World Cup, and he's probably one of Tottenham's most crucial players in that team.
That's a bit of an outside the box. You haven't chose Harry Kane as your Spurs pick?
Oh, Haaland, man.
Right, we'll see. My first centre-back, I'm going with Max Kilman of Wolves. Could potentially be going to Napoli, but as things stand, he is a Wolves player. He's absolutely brilliant, very underrated, and I was struggling for centre-back choices, so I've gone with Max Kilman. Go on then, give me your second centre-back.
I've gone with the Irishman, the man who's recently jumped in, the big man himself, Nathan Collins. I'm doing this for views, man. We need the views.
Not stinky at all. Not even the best centre-back at Brentford. We'll move. Yeah, the views. We'll do it for the views. That's what we use the excuse as. Not your stinky ball knowledge. My second centre-back, I'm going Thiago Silva, one of the best in the league, absolutely brilliant, and every other one of Chelsea's players are mostly terrible, so it was easy picking him as my Chelsea choice.
I have also gone with Thiago Silva as my centre-back choice.
Oh yeah, it was inevitable. He's one of the obvious ones, I think.
Yeah, what a player.
Left back, I've gone with Estupinian. Bit of a surprising one for Brighton. You'd think I might go for Caicedo or someone like that, but I'm going Estupinian. He was good last season, really good going forward. He'll get us on the attack. Quality player.
Good shout, to be fair. Because I've gone with a 3-back, I'm going to move to my first CDM, and it's going to be Manchester United's man, Casemiro. Probably Manchester United's most crucial player.
My defensive midfielder plays in Manchester, but I've gone with Rodri. One of the best midfielders in the world, an absolute rock. And you might be thinking, why haven't I gone with De Bruyne? But I think he's absolutely amazing. Scored that goal in the Champions League final. He's just brilliant. Better than Casemiro. So I already have one up on you. Go on to your next player.
Well, the man who nearly got relegated last season, I think he should be playing at a bigger club. A very good player, and it's Adamu Onana from Everton.
Ooh, I like that. I didn't even think of him. That's a good shout. You did that for the Everton views. My Arsenal pick, I'm going with Martin Odegaard. I thought he's so good. He's not Kevin De Bruyne. He will never be Kevin De Bruyne, but he's such a brilliant player. You have to have him in there, and Rodri's so good that I think it leaves a nice mix. So I have Odegaard in there as my Arsenal shout.
I'm going to go with my left wing, and it's going to be a bit of a surprising one because we haven't seen him play in the league yet, but it's Aston Villa's.
What formation are you playing?
Pep Guardiola's, man.
No way. You're playing 3-2-4-1.
Yeah.
You think you're that guy?
I am that guy, man. I am literally the next Pep.
Right, go with your left winger or whoever.
He hasn't played in the league yet. He's Aston Villa's new man from Bayern Leverkusen, Moussa Diaby. I'm excited to see him play. I see bags of potential in the young man.
I hope he flops. And that would just look brilliant.
Nah, he's not flopping, man.
Maybe Martinez get player of the season. He look like a genius.
We won't be there. We will not be there.
My final midfielder of the three, I'm going with my Man United pick. Their new captain, Bruno Fernandes. I mean, he's brilliant, little bit underrated. People like to call him a baby, and he is that, but he's also a fantastic footballer. My pick for Man United.
Another good shout. First attacking midfielder, Brazilian from Newcastle, Bruno Guimaraes. He not plays further. He not plays deeper for Newcastle, but he can play a bit more attacking. I can see it. He's good going forward and defensively.
That's a bit of a. I like that one. It's a different one. I would have thought Trippier being the obvious one for Newcastle, but I do like that one. You're trying to be techie, changing his position, but you're not that guy. My team is clear. Right wing, I'm going Mo Salah. I mean, the obvious Liverpool shout. I mean, it wasn't in doubt. He's unbelievable.
You just can't really describe him, can you? He's just
guaranteed 20 goals. Guaranteed 20 goals.
Yeah, do you think he's going to challenge Erling Haaland for the Golden Boot this season?
No, Haaland scored 60 goals.
What if he just gets injured like match day 1? He's out for like 9 months.
He still scores 60 goals.
He scores 60 goals like the 4 games he plays.
That's what he does. He can go 4 games without scoring, but he'll score a hat-trick, and everyone thinks he's class because he scored 3 goals in 4 games.
Against Luton.
Respect Luton, man. Respect Luton.
I'd love to go to a Luton away game.
It would be class, to be fair. Go see Mary's gaff.
Mary's gaff and see fucking Barry having like big cup of tea and fucking digestives.
Goes to VAR and the referee has to go into Big John's gaff to review it in Sky Sports.
Fucking Darren Nunes blows him into Mary's fucking backyard.
We will be there. We will be there.
This is my second attacking midfielder, and as Arsenal's captain, Martin Odegaard. So the operator.
No, Declan Rice. I would have thought you would have went for Declan Rice, you know.
He's a snake. We don't want no snake in this team.
We won't get into that. Anyway, my striker, the right Tottenham pick, because for some reason you picked a centre-back, even though they're terrible defensively. I'm going Harry Kane, guaranteed 20 goals along with Salah, so that's 40 goals. We don't have Haaland, but it'll do. Harry Kane, the obvious pick. Maybe he won't be a Premier League player come next month, but as things stand, he is a Spurs player and he is my pick.
The right winger is obviously Mohamed Salah. I have to agree with you there.
And my left winger, this is probably my most outside the box one, but I'm going Eze. He's more of a midfielder now, but I'll kind of throw him left wing. He's brilliant in the England squad recently. So good. And
I had it in, then I decided to put in Bruno. Thought I was that guy.
You're not that guy. Nah, you messed up there, you know. I'm taking Eze over Bruno Guimaraes.
Yeah, Bruno can offer more going defensively though.
Your striker.
And obviously I haven't used a Manchester City pick yet, so it's going to be Lindelof. Absolute machine.
I don't think you really need to explain it. He is that guy. So right, run me through your team one more. All in whole.
Alright, so we got Jose Sa, Christian Romero, Nathan Collins, Thiago Silva, Amadou Onana, Casemiro, Moussa Diaby, Bruno Guimaraes, Martin Odegaard, Mo Salah, and Haaland.
And the better team, Emi Martinez in goals, Trippier right back, Kilman and Thiago Silva, Estupiñán, Rodri, Odegaard and Bruno Fernandes in midfield, Salah, Kane and Eze up front. Let me know in the comments which team is better, mine or Liam's. I'm hoping it is going to be mostly me. I think you've already had a stinker from the very start picking Keylor Navas, but we move.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
We'll edit it out.
Anyway,
we need the clips. We need the clips.
The manager of our team.
Wait, are we doing like from a club that we haven't used?
Yeah, just do a manager, but you can't use Klopp or Pep.
I'm going to Zerbi, you know, be a bit different.
Zerbi, that is a good show.
I want to be that guy. I want to be a bit of a hipster.
I'm going to be even more of a hipster and go Unai Emery.
The Europa League merchant.
He's going to cook that Villa this season.
He is. They're getting top 6. They're definitely getting top 6.
Liverpool 7-2 once again. Run it back. We will be there, unfortunately.
Damn. No need. Deflection merchants. That game was the most lucky thing ever. We weren't even that bad. It was just deflection on deflection on deflection. And Adrian. Right, so we're going to also pick a manager from a club we haven't used. I'm going to go with Brentford's Thomas Frank. He's done an unbelievable job there on quite a small budget, though they're spending a little bit more this summer. So Thomas Frank, he's that guy. He also seems like a lovely chap. He'll be able to keep this squad together. Liam, who have we gone with?
I've gone with Fulham's manager, Marco Silva. He's got a brilliant project at Fulham so far. I can't wait to see what it's like now if he loses Mitrovic in the summer.
He could be going to Saudi as well, I think. I think he's been offered a contract, but I don't think he's accepting it.
And speaking of Saudi, we've got Kylian Mbappe news.
That's the segue. One episode in and we're already brilliant at it.
That was cold.
That was very cold. Right, Mbappe. I have the numbers up. Right. So he's been offered £600 million a year, £50 million a month, £11.5 million a week, £1.64 million a day, £68.5 thousand an hour, £1.1 thousand a minute, £19 a second.
That's just mad money.
If you're Kylian Mbappe, do you take it?
Like for a year, you're staying in Saudi and you get to go to your dream move to Madrid. I would take it.
It's better. I honestly think it's better than staying at PSG. You might win another French league title. Might maybe a 2% chance of winning the Champions League. Pay for your
Kylian
family
Mbappe.
for lifetimes.
It'd be fair funny if Kylian Mbappe left PSG and then they won Champions League that season.
I would be there. Luis Enrique, to be fair, he's doing a good job. I hope Asensio cooks. Asensio's a player I really always liked. Never really lived up to the potential. But if he gets consistent minutes, maybe, just maybe.
I left front three be then Neymar.
Neymar, Asensio, and that Donny, that striker that they had from Reims. Yeah. He's good. He scored a few goals despite the limited minutes. Icardi is not there anymore. He's gone to Galatasaray, who also got Wilfred Zaha this weekend, which
that was a good signing.
That surprised me. I thought he would stay at Palace, because it looks like Hudson's doing a decent job there. Might as well become a Palace legend, but also go get that bag. But at the same time, if you're getting that bag, why not go to Saudi Arabia?
Didn't he reject Al Nassr? Or was that?
He did. He was linked to Al Nassr anyway, which is an interesting one. I think that would have been a good move for him. Probably would have earned a lot. Galatasaray team is looking good. You got Dries Mertens, you got Icardi, you got Zaniolo, who I don't know why he went to Galatasaray. Really talented player. Don't know the full story behind that. Probably fell out with Mourinho. And now Wilfred Zaha.
Yeah, looks like they're going to win the Turkish league this season.
Yeah, they always get Real Madrid. They will get Real Madrid in their group.
I'm predicting a 2-0 win to Galatasaray, just counter-attack.
You never know. You never know. I would back it.
If Kylian Mbappe does join Real Madrid, do you think he'd have a better front three at Real Madrid than he did at PSG?
On paper, no, but it would probably work better. Because obviously Messi is the greatest ever. Neymar is probably up there in the top 20 or 30. So on paper, no, but Rodrigo, Vinicius and Mbappe, that probably works better.
Vinny and Mbappe and Rodrigo running at your defence wouldn't be too...
On the counter-attack, I just give up. It's just fast and technical and just scary. I'd go home. Wouldn't even show up.
Just don't even get out of bed this morning.
Where do you think he'll go? Do you think he'll stay? Or do you think he will go to Madrid or Saudi Arabia? I don't see him going to Saudi Arabia.
I don't know. It's confusing, isn't it? As you see that contract, you can't really reject it, can you?
You can't, but at the same time, surely he has enough money. I think if he takes that money, it's really just to pay for his grandchildren or great-grandchildren, not necessarily for himself.
I don't see him staying at PSG either. He didn't go on the tour to Japan with them. So.
I don't really understand. How is that legal if he's contracted to a club? Don't they have to, facilitate him?
I think you have to pick a squad, and he just didn't pick him.
Yeah, I guess that is the football manager logic. Now some transfer news involving the Premier League. It's Romeo Lavia. Liverpool had a bid rejected worth £37 million, according to David Ornstein. What do you reckon about this, Liam?
I think Liverpool have to go all in for him. I think they need the young CDM. Fabinho's aging, and he doesn't look like he's going to be leaving. Jordan Henderson's on his way out. They just need a new, young centre midfielder, CDM.
But is he worth 50 million?
I think you're paying for his potential if you're paying for 50 million.
It's the same thing with Nunez last year. Nunez wasn't a £80 million player. He was potentially an £80 million player. And he hasn't proved that last year, but he didn't prove that in his first year at Benfica when he was their club record fee. So this season, potentially, Nunez redemption. Lavia through the door.
I like it. The Lavia, he's able to dribble with the ball as well. He's able to take on man.
Yeah, but I think the most important thing is he has the legs, which Fabinho just doesn't have anymore. Although his transfer seems to be falling apart to Saudi Arabia. It might still happen, but it looks like it's off because of dogs.
It's mad.
I think that's why because Aubameyang has gone to Marseille. He's taken Payet's number. Aubameyang didn't go as well. He was supposed to go. I think he was because of dogs as well. It's crazy how that stopped two high-profile players from going.
And Marseille also signed this Malia Sarr player.
Yeah, I saw that. That surprised me. He was supposed to be joining Liverpool once upon a time, but we couldn't afford him. We went for Diogo Jota. He
cooked against us when we lost 3-0 to them. And Maturidini scored a brace, and he dinked the keeper.
And we should have been invincibles. That was a painful day. And now, one of the bigger headlines of the weekend: Lionel Messi. He arrived in America. He arrived in style. A beautiful free kick. Casually did it as well. I mean, you could hear it. All my neighbours could hear it at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Game of less pass and all just to watch the game.
Yeah, same.
It was definitely worth it though.
He's just going to be making mad money. His contract's absolutely insane for there. It's probably a smarter investment long term than the one in Saudi Arabia.
Isn't he able to buy a football club as well?
I don't think he owns the whole thing, but he'll own a part of it, which is an interesting deal.
You can't even describe him. He's just not real, is he?
He's mad. He's the kind of player you tell your kids about.
Kids in 20 years time will just say he's overrated, like we do with Pele and Maradona.
and Patini. That's an inside joke, by the way. One person who's watching this will know what we're talking about. One person.
Maybe two.
maybe three. All three people watching. It is the first episode. But we'll be back every single Friday. It's probably a bit of a shorter one because we only have two of our co-hosts. It's been a good one so far. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. I mean, depends what platform you're watching on. If you're watching on Spotify, I don't know how Spotify works. I think you follow it. So follow Spotify if you are watching, and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on TikTok, clips of the podcast, all that stuff. I've been Football Always. This has been LFC Zone. This is the Dugout, and we'll see you next week.